Chair Malari, are we ready to begin?
Looks like it. I feel so isolated here. All right. All right, we will call the City of American Canyon Planning Commission meeting of December 21st, 2023 to order. Let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Nicole, may I get a roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Devet Mohammed,
Present.
Commissioner Andrew Goff is absent this evening, Commissioner Eric Altman,
Present.
and Vice Chair Brando Cruz is absent this evening, Youth Commissioner DeAndre Lindsay,
Present.
and Chair Crystal Malari.
Present. All right, I'll go ahead and open up public comment. So this time is reserved for members of the public to address the Planning Commission of any items that are not on the agenda. Please hold your comments to 3 minutes. If you would like to comment on any items that will not be addressed tonight. Nicole, anyone on Zoom before we head in the room?
If you are on Zoom and would like to make public comment on an item not on the agenda, please raise your hand at this time. And nobody is raising their hand?
Perfect. I'm looking around the room. Any public comments? Well, okay. Let's go ahead and close public comment. Director Cooper, how are we looking with the agenda changes tonight?
Chair Malari, unfortunately, we do have a change to tonight's agenda, and our Assistant City Attorney will explain the reasons.
Thank you. We are recommending that the agenda item number 4, Napa River Ecology Center Design Permit, be moved up to the beginning of the meeting to address quorum issues.
Thank you. Do you need a motion? Do you have to make a motion?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you have a motion on the floor to move up item number 4, Napa River Ecology Center Design Permit?
Yes, I will make the motion that we advance on tonight's agenda the Napa Ecology Design Center permit to be addressed presently.
I second.
All right. Thank you. Nicole, roll call, please.
Yes, it would be Commissioner Eric Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Devet Mohammed,
Aye.
and Chair Crystal Malari.
Aye. Okay, so for this item here, I will like to humbly recuse myself for the Napa River Ecology Center Design Permit, just because I've been part of the board for 7-8 years and also helped kickstart the project, which didn't have a name at the time. So I'd like to do that. And then I will have Mr. Altman take my place.
All right, thank you. So stepping in temporarily as the chair for this item, we do not have a quorum as is rather visible. So we will look to continue this item to a special meeting that we will ask the department to calendar as soon as possible. Really sorry. Was really excited to hear this. I think all of us were. I think you guys were really excited to present. But circumstances beyond our control, we just do not have a quorum. Do we need a motion for the continuance?
Yes. And because it is procedural, Chair Malari can participate in that vote.
Okay, so can I get a motion for the continuance?
I make a motion for the continuance of the Napa River Ecology Center Design Permit. at a future date.
I will second that motion, and then I will ask if we can get a roll call vote.
Yes, Commissioner Eric Altman.
Aye.
Commissioner Andrew Goff is absent, as is Vice Chair Brando Cruz, Commissioner Devet Mohammed,
Aye.
and Chair Crystal Malari.
Aye.
Thank you, and at this point, I will thank everybody for coming out who was here for this issue. If you want to head home, unfortunately, we got to say goodnight to you. We'd love you to stick around and see what we do. But we will try and get it rescheduled as soon as possible. And I will then turn things back over to our normal chair and go from there.
Thank you, Commissioner Altman. I appreciate it. All right. Moving on to our consent calendar. We are looking to approve the minutes of our November 16th, 2023 Commissioner meeting, as well as the minutes of the December 6th, 2023 Joint Planning Commission Open Space, Active Transportation, and Sustainability Commission meeting. Do you have a,
I make a
Floor?
motion to accept the minutes of the November 16th, 2023 and the minutes of the December 6th, 2023 Joint Planning Commission Open Space, Active Transportation, and Sustainability Commission meeting.
I'll second that. Roll call, please.
Yes, Commissioner Eric.
I will say aye for the consent calendar.
Commissioner Andrew Goff and Vice Chair Brando Cruz are absent. Commissioner Devet Mohammed
Aye.
and Chair Crystal Malari.
Aye. Okay, moving on to 2024 Planning Commission meeting schedule. If you guys take a look at the dates there, do we have a motion on the floor to approve those?
Oh, Chair Malari, the consent calendar adopts all the items on that section in the agenda.
Oh, got it, okay. We missed that one, okay. Thank you. So moving on to our business matters, let's see, we have matters relating to the selection of the Planning Commission Chair and Vice Chair appointments. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, we're looking to a new vice chair and a new chair for the term of January 2024 through December 2024. So we can start off with, let's see, the vice chair nomination, or do we have quorum?
I think you can start with either one at your discretion.
Unfair that they're not here. All right, any nominations for vice chair?
All right, then I would like to nominate Commissioner Devet Mohammed as vice chair.
I can second that. Roll call, Nicole?
Yes, Commissioner Eric Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Devet Mohammed,
Aye.
Chair Crystal Malari.
Aye. All right. Moving on to the nomination and selection of chair for January 2024 to December 2024. Any nominations on the table?
I nominate Brando Cruz, current vice chair, for chair for the 2024.
I can second that. Roll call, please.
Yes, Commissioner Eric Altman,
I'll say aye, and I hope that he's acceptable to this and that he plans on serving out the year.
Commissioner Devet Mohammed,
Aye.
Chair Crystal Malari.
Aye. And next one we have here is to approve the 2024 Planning Commission appointment list. I'll go ahead and, is that what it is? go ahead and make a motion to approve the 2024 Planning Commission list. It's on our item.
What? Oh, the list would be the standing commission with the new chair and vice chair.
So, yep. All of us, yeah. There's a motion on the table.
So I will second the motion to approve the list.
I'll second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Eric Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Devet Mohammed,
Aye.
Chair Crystal Malari.
Aye. Okay, moving on to our active planning projects. Director Cooper?
Thank you, Chair Malari and Planning Commission. I just have a few updates for you tonight. Let's see, on the second item on our list, we have the Chicken Guy major modification. This is a request for them to modify or delete a condition that requires them to underground overhead utilities, and so we're working with them on the issue. Ultimately, it will be brought to the Planning Commission for a decision. So that's update there. Let's see, moving on to building permits, we did check in with some of our developers on projects that were approved a while ago. Among them, the Hampton Inn, and I did get confirmation that they are moving forward. They've been going slowly with improvement plans for the ground utilities and the grading for the site preparation, but we haven't seen a building permit for the structure, and the engineer indicates that in the new calendar year, we should be seeing that come forward. So it's nice to see that they're moving forward. On the Oat Hill Apartments, now called the Domain, yeah, we received all of their building permit applications on Monday this week. And so they're definitely moving forward and getting ready. They'll be starting with the lower pad first and then doing the upper one second. But they have all their building permit applications now in for review. A lot, definitely. Let's see, I do have on city initiated projects, we need to update our accessory dwelling unit ordinance, but along with that, there are a variety of ordinance changes that's required as part of our housing element. There are, well, how many is it? There are like 40 programs of things that we have to do over the 8-year course. Some of them include minor changes to our zoning ordinance, and so we'll probably bundle some of those along with the dwelling unit, accessory dwelling unit update. We'll be starting with that early in the calendar year, kind of rip the Band-Aid and get that kind of done. Although, as I mentioned, the state's constantly updating the accessory dwelling unit statewide ordinance, so it's kind of like the flu shot. We'll be doing that every year, probably, an update. Let's see, the Paoli-Watson Lane annexation, that was approved by the City Council in November, and we've submitted an application to the Airport Land Use Commission. When the environmental impact report was certified by the City Council, and then it's posted at the county and state clearinghouse, that sets a 30-day legal statute of limitations to challenges on the environmental impact report, and unfortunately, the city received a challenge, legal challenge to the environmental impact report. So our city attorney office is working diligently to respond to issues and move that forward.
City of Vallejo.
And let's see, the Napa County Airport Land Use Commission is updating their compatibility plan. It's been going on now for a couple of years, and I've been attending meetings to participate. They have a special committee for City of Napa and American Canyon to join in and make comments. And so the final meeting that involved my participation happened in the middle of last month, and so we've sent comments to the staff on the plan, and I can forward those to you, to the commission, just so that you can stay informed on some of the issues related to their compatibility plan. And why it's important to American Canyon is their plan overlays the city of American Canyon and is a sort of independent set of regulations on land use here. So their plan will affect what our city is able to do, and the city will have to defend plans and policies from another agency. So it's very important that we participate and understand and agree with them. So I'll send that to the commission.
Is that because of the D zone that we're a part
The
of?
D zone, thank you. Yeah, the D zone is there's within American Canyon there are there's actually several zones. There's an E zone, which is most of the southern part of the city, and that's the most lenient one. We don't even really notice too much going on there. There's a requirement in the E zone that all the properties have avigation easements, which acknowledge that airplanes will fly overhead, and so property owners can't complain that a plane flew overhead. In the D zone today, housing is not permitted or called not compatible, and we kind of bumped heads with the Airport Land Use Commission with the Oat Hill Apartments because a small portion of it was in that D zone. When you apply the standards for which one determines a D zone is a noise annoyance zone, and the calculations for it come from the state of California, Caltrans Aeronautics. And so when you apply those standards, there isn't a meaningful noise impact in what the county deems the D zone. So that was the argument there in Oat Hill. And so under the new plan, they have acknowledged the southern reach of the D zone and calling it D2, and have relaxed some of the restrictions there to allow high-density housing and very low-density housing. So we have some comments on that issue. And other interesting items as well. Right, the missing middle is definitely missing. Absolutely, yeah, it's alive and well in the D zone apparently. So anyway, it's very interesting. It's a whole other little, regulatory world. So that's my update for you, unless you have any questions.
Any questions from the commissioners?
Not to belabor a point, but just, is anything happening with any of the cannabis operations? I mean, there was such fanfare from the supporters of cannabis and how it was going to make our city fabulously wealthy if we, due to tax revenues, if we went ahead and we approved opening up, things all over the place. And it's got to be what? 5 years, maybe more since? And I'm curious.
Well, Commissioner Albin, yes, we've had 3 applications that went through the process, and 2 went through a preliminary process but didn't complete it. One found that the property owner, after all, once it was clear to them what their intentions were, sort of revoked their approval for them to be on their property. A second one has a dispute with the property owner on a variety of issues. And a third one, which did get a use permit over on Dodd Court, there have been a number of economic, personal issues that have delayed and slowed, probably largely related to the industry itself. It's very dynamic and changing all the time. I'm sure it's a very difficult business to run. But they're still around, but moving slowly.
Thank you.
It's budding. All right. Do we have any commissioner items? You're on break? You're on summer, winter break?
Oh yeah, I am on winter break, finally. And then no more high school after summer break, so finally get to be my own adult, get to do my own things, go to college, and I'm great to get this experience here while I'm in high school, and hopefully I can do more stuff with the City of American Canyon after high school.
Awesome.
Love it.
Thank you.
Yes.
We hope that too.
Commissioner Altman.
So, just want to take the opportunity to congratulate our young youth commissioner for joining us. Also, our chair for a outstanding year of chairing the commission. And yes, bringing new commissioners on board who have been, adding lots of value. And then also, we're in holiday season, so just want to wish happy holidays, happy New Year, and Merry Christmas and whatnot to the community. So that's it.
Appreciate that, yep. I'd like to echo the sentiment that Commissioner Altman had mentioned. It's been an honor to serve the community and as chair for the past 2 years, one virtual and one actually in person. But I'm definitely honored to pass it down to Commissioner Brando. I know he'll do a well and fantastic job. It's also heartwarming to know that Commissioner Golf, myself, and Commissioner Altman, we've been around for quite some time. I mean, you've been here maybe way more than we all have, collectively here. But I love it. I enjoy it, and I'm still sticking around to serve our community. And I wish everybody well, and also that's watching us here, happy holidays. With that, let's go ahead and adjourn the meeting.